First tonight in Our News Live at 7, safe and sound. A missing 10-year-old boy is back home after a frantic overnight search across New Providence. Our News was there the moment the boy returned home, and it was our Joshua Williams who made the call to police. And tight-lipped. The Royal Bahamas Police Force saying for now there will be no further comment about the investigation into allegations against Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson. Plus, a lucky break. The Department of Inland Revenue has launched a value-added tax amnesty for some homeowners. Stay tuned to find out if it applies to you. And then in Our News at 7:30, the difference between usage and consumption. The Energy Minister still saying consumers can expect to see a gradual decline in their electricity bills. Our News Live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Marlena Leonard, in for Candino Knowles. Well, a missing 10-year-old boy is back home and safe after a frantic overnight search across New Providence. The boy returned nearly 2 hours after police issued a Marcos alert this morning. But not only was the Our News team there as Kayvon Bellany pulled up at his Alexandria drive home on his bicycle, it was our Joshua Williams who made the call to police. He's been following the story and has the details.
It was shortly after 10 a.m. that my cameraman Troy and I pulled up to this home on Alexandria Road to find the family of a child who was reported as a runaway. Moments later, we were in for a surprise as I watched 10-year-old Kayvon Bellany ride up the street and return home. The blaring sound of a Marcos alert let many residents know that police were looking for Bellany. It came just after 8 a.m. and was followed by this police poster. Our news team headed to his home to speak to the family. After about half an hour of waiting and no response, we were about to leave when I noticed a boy on a blue bicycle coming toward us. The boy, who was wearing wet, dark-colored clothing, said good morning to me. After realizing he looked a lot like the missing boy, I asked him his name and he responded, Kayvon. I quickly phoned police, and officers from the Criminal Investigations Department arrived within a matter of minutes. We followed them as they took Bellany to a business on East Street, where a woman rushed outside to meet them. From there, they were taken to the Criminal Investigation Department, where they met other family members. We waited for several hours hoping to get to speak with the family. However, they were not ready to speak. As Bellany returns home, officers are back at the Criminal Investigations Department, continuing to piece together as to what led to Bellany's disappearance. Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Well, a judge has set bail at $30,000 for an accused killer. Prosecutors say Tommy Reckley played a role in the April 15th shooting death of Ronaldo Pinder in Yellow Elder Gardens. Pinder was on Nelson Street when he was killed in a drive-by shooting. As a condition of bail, Reckley has to wear an ankle bracelet, sign in at a police station, and stay away from prosecution witnesses. And Police Commissioner Clayton Fernander announced that members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force will no longer be speaking publicly about the investigation into allegations against Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson, at least not until the probe is complete. A statement sent by police this morning says they would only confirm the investigation is still ongoing. The investigation was sparked after voice notes of conversations allegedly between a now-dead gang member and 2 other men went viral last month. Since the day after the voice notes went public, the CID chief Michael Johnson has been put on leave with pay. The Department of Inland Revenue has launched a value-added tax amnesty for homeowners, according to Acting Controller Shunda Strawn. Strawn says it comes as the department recently found out many longtime homeowners never paid the tax when they purchased their property. The amnesty allows homeowners who never got their documents stamped to still take advantage of the value of the property when it was purchased versus the current value of the property. Strawn says the amnesty will give property owners big savings.
You purchased that property for $100,000, was never stamped. You built your nice triplex or home on that property, and that property is now valued at $350,000. If you come into us to stamp that without the leniency or without the amnesty, your bill would be $21,000.
The amnesty came into force on May 29th and will end on November 30th. And as a result, they are pushing Bahamians to take advantage of it. Strawn says not getting this done puts you at risk of losing your property.
More importantly, that property was not recorded. So you have not really had the opportunity to safeguard your ownership position. Because unless the document is recorded, it could be a little tussle as to who owns it, right? Someone else can lay claim on that property. So really it's the first man in the hole, whoever records the document first. So if you have a property that has not been recorded, you're really not safe. Your ownership on that property is not safe.
It's time now for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Well, happy Thursday, everybody. It's a very warm evening outside our studios, and we had a very warm day around the islands. The story in the Weather Center really is the heat. Those heat indices in the triple digits, so it felt real sweltering out there. If you plan on doing anything for the next day or so, you might have to take some precautions. But we do have some moisture in the forecast coming up. 85 degrees is our current temperature outside. Few clouds. It is warm. Southeast winds, 13 miles per hour, and it is bringing in that warm air mass, warm tropical air mass, and it's making it feel like 96 degrees on the outside. Temperatures around the islands right now, across the northwest Bahamas, 84 in Freeport, 85 in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, here in the capital and in Governor's Harbor. 86s in Alistown, Bimini, Great Harbor Key, and in Nicholstown, Andros. And you guys in Alistown, Bimini, you have some showers nearby. And into the central Bahamas, 86 Kemps Bay, 84 in Georgetown, 85 Deadman's Key, Long Island, Copen Townsend, Salvador, Arthurstown, Cat Island, a thunderstorm nearby, and you got some rain cool temperatures. Temperature at 82 degrees, and into the southeast Bahamas, 85, Duncantown, Ragged Island, Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, Delectable Bay, also in Abrams Bay. Matthewtown, Inagua, and our neighbors to the southeast, Turks and Caicos Islands, you round out our temperature profile at 87. Satellite radar composite. We still have that boundary to the north of us, upper level trough, keeping really some instability across the Florida area and the extreme northern islands, Grand Bahama, as well as the Abacos and Bimini. You got in some showers and thunderstorms. Most of this activity will stay to the north of us as that upper level trough is expected to swing out towards the east. But we do have a tropical wave to the south. An upper level low is going to interact with that, so we're looking for some showers and thunderstorms across the southeast and central Bahamas. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on Our News, over 100 children get free lunches and new backpacks filled with school supplies, all thanks to the McDonald's and Dan Brad Cares Back to School initiative, done in collaboration with a local church. The full story when Our News returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into our voices, echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th, only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. the right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. Buddy Hield is always keen on community service, and one of his biggest initiatives in the Grand Bahama community celebrated another year. Hield's annual giveaway includes a basketball camp at 8 Mile Rock High School and a family fun day on Pinedale Park.
Yeah, so this is actually my 16th trip to the Bahamas, and it gets better every time. I mean, every time, especially when we get to come over to this side of the island and come to 8 Mile Rock, it's always the best time. Being able to, the game has given us so much, the game has given Buddy so much, and I know he always loves to be able to come back and just pass along what the game has given to him to future Buddy Hields, hopefully.
The Bahamas Football Association will field a pair of teams for the Naples Elite Cup. Both the boys and girls sides will compete in the under-13 division in Naples, Florida. Tonight we hear from members of the girls side as they prepare to take on some of the top programs in Florida.
I'm excited about warming up and playing for my team and having fun while coming and bonding with them.
Team Bahamas continued action at the Masters Athletics Championships in Sweden with lots of 400-meter action on the track. Tim Munnings eased his way to the semifinal in the men's 55 to 59 division, and Michael Armbruster is through to the semifinal in the men's 65 to 69 division.
In his first season of professional baseball, Bohan Adderley received his first postseason award. The New York Mets prospect was named the organization's Defensive Player of the Year in the Dominican Summer League. At 6'3", 185 pounds, the versatile Adderley saw time at both shortstop and center field.
That'll do it for Our Sports at 7. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When Our News comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as vice presidential candidate Tim Walz and a slew of political icons take center stage at DNC Night 3. Plus, the death toll from a yacht capsized off the southern Italian coast on Monday rises to 6. And the Canadian rail shutdown having the potential to badly damage the Canadian economy and affect trade with the United States. We have the details when Our News returns.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trevor Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussions. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Tickets are now available for purchase through the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available, providing a unique platform for businesses to showcase their support and connect with a diverse audience. Grab your girlfriends, mark your calendars for October 10th, and join us at the Inspire Her 2024 Women's Conference. See you there.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be
Extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I heard you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Vice presidential candidate Tim Walz led fellow Democrats in a political pep rally on Wednesday night, vowing that he and presidential running mate Kamala Harris would triumph over Republican Donald Trump in November's U.S. election. Also taking the stage on night 3 were former President Bill Clinton and celebrity speakers, including Oprah Winfrey. Walz calling Trump's strategies weird, highlighting the lack of choice in healthcare and economy. And the death toll from a yacht capsized off the southern Italian coast on Monday rose to 6 on Wednesday. The Italian Coast Guard team's underwater search robot and divers from the Italian Fire Department recovered the bodies. The 180-foot British-flagged superyacht named Bayesian capsized on Monday morning due to heavy rains and stormy weather about 12 miles east of Palermo in southern Italy. While 15 people were rescued, 6 others went missing. And the Canadian National Railway and Canadian Pacific Kansas City have shut down their rail networks in the country and locked out nearly 10,000 workers after unsuccessful negotiations with a major labor union. The decision, confirmed by the Teamsters Union, sets the stage for an unprecedented rail stoppage that could badly damage the Canadian economy and have a significant effect on cross-border trade with the United States. Canada is the world's second-largest country by area and relies heavily on rail transport. The stoppage comes after months of talks. And while back to school is an exciting time to shop till you drop for the new school year, it's also a season notorious for overconsumption. In tonight's edition of Sustainability First, we're taking a look at how you can have a more sustainable shopping season.
Bahamas First, putting sustainability first for our people and our environment. What's first for you and the planet comes first for us.
The production of many of our favorite school supplies can have severe consequences on the environment. Much of the supplies are made of plastics, contributing significantly to greenhouse gas emissions, as well as excessive packaging filling up landfills and ending up as marine debris. So, what can we do to be more mindful this back-to-school season? The most sustainable option is always the most obvious. Continue using what you already have. Backpacks, lunchboxes, pencils, and pens can easily be kept and used again for another year. You can also look for secondhand options in groups or places like Facebook Marketplace. If you do have to buy new items, try to choose items made of recycled materials. And if all else fails, choose to shop locally. Not only do you support the local economy, but you cut down on your individual carbon footprint by choosing things already here. Reporting for Our News and reminding you to put sustainability first, I'm Marlena Leonard. Still to come in Our News, Today in History. Find out interesting facts about the day that was August 22nd. And then in Our News at 7:30, the Energy Minister highlights the importance of understanding the difference between usage and consumption and how it affects your bills. And Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Fred Mitchell now accusing the Grand Bahama Port Authority of trying to sway public opinion. That's coming up when Our News returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into our voices, echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trey Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 20.
On this day in Bahamian history in 1964, Kevin Peter Turnquest was born in Acklands. Turnquest is an accountant, businessman, politician, and former Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance. Turnquest attended Hawksbill High School in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and graduated from Prairie View A&M University in Texas. In the 2017 general election, he ran as a candidate for East Grand Bahama constituency for the Free National Movement. Turnquest won his seat in that election and was sworn in as Deputy Prime Minister on May 15th that year. Then August 22nd, 2012, the Free National Movement bid a final farewell to former Cabinet Minister and Party Chairman Charles Maynard in a memorial service at its headquarters on Mackey Street. Days before, Maynard was campaigning for the North Abaco by-election when he collapsed and died. Then party leader Dr. Hubert Minnis and former leader Hubert Ingram remembered his life. In 2016, nearly 2 weeks after the first confirmed case of Zika virus in the Bahamas, health officials reported 3 new cases on New Providence. Pinewood Gardens and Carmichael Road were areas of top concern. At the time, there were 83 suspected cases. 8 of them were pregnant women. In 2019, public service workers battled the elements in a protest over government's failure to pay a $1,200 lump sum payment totaling $20 million. The protest came weeks ahead of the new academic year.
Mr. Prime Minister, we ain't got to be here long, you know. This is ours, and we want it now.
Over 100 children getting free lunches and new backpacks filled with school supplies, thanks to the McDonald's and Dan Brad Cares Back to School initiative done in collaboration with the St. Andrew's Presbyterian Kirk. It's an initiative that has been going on for 14 years. St. Andrew's senior pastor Bryn McPhail tells us how it all began.
When I came in 2010, it was obvious that there were some needs in the community that we could address, some gaps we could fill. And in 2011, I believe it was, McDonald's began a partnership with us. The owner of McDonald's is a member of our church. So it was a natural partnership where we would host the event, they would supply the school bags and supplies and lunch, and we would distribute them.
McPhail says the connection doesn't end there, as many of the children end up coming back to join St. Andrew's Sunday morning and Wednesday youth ministries. And their back-to-school event goes beyond lunch and school supplies, because for the past 2 years, the event has also provided free haircuts for schoolboys. It's something Assistant Pastor Jude Vilma says makes a big impact on the kids.
It gives them that, sense of confidence. Kids worry about their identity, who they belong to, how they look in front of their peers, and so them going back with a haircut gives them a good confidence going into the school year. Yeah, they don't have to worry about the school supplies or the uniforms and stuff like that. So it really helps. We're just a small piece of what God is doing, and we just want to be faithful. We just want to be faithful, and we hope that this continues even beyond us, that we can just give back to our community.
To watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. Well, that does it for Our News at 7. Joining us now is our Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia?
Thanks so much, Marlena. Well, coming up, the Foreign Affairs Minister continuing to lash out at the Grand Bahama Port Authority. The Prime Minister is set to meet bank executives over ongoing concerns, and Western Air launch a new flight from Grand Bahama. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, a missing 10-year-old boy is safe and sound tonight after he was reported missing. It was our Joshua Williams who found the young boy and made the call to police. We have the exclusive story coming up. Plus, the Foreign Affairs Minister is accusing the Grand Bahama Port Authority of trying to brainwash the public's opinion. Also, increased fees in the banking sector. Here are the nation's leader will intervene, and later, Carnival Corporation looking to partner with the Grand Bahama community. We'll tell you all about the supplier readiness workshops that's underway, but Our News Live at 7:30 returns.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Well, what you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house of building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and surge?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off when the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
As we mark this landmark achievement, I am reminded of the journey that brought us here. A journey characterized by vision, collaboration, perseverance, and not to be forgotten, some sleepless nights. We saw the potential for a sustainable future.
Welcome to Our News. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Italia Hall. A missing 10-year-old boy is back home and safe after a frantic overnight search across New Providence. The boy returned nearly 2 hours after police issued a Marcos alert this morning. The Our News team was there as Kayvon Bellany pulled up at his Alexandria drive home on his bicycle. And it was our Joshua Williams who made the call to police. He's been following the story and has this report.
It was shortly after 10 a.m. that my cameraman Troy and I pulled up to this home on Alexandria Road to find the family of a child who was reported as a runaway. Moments later, we were in for a surprise as I watched 10-year-old Kayvon Bellany ride up the street and return home. The blaring sound of a Marcos alert let many residents know that police were looking for Bellany. It came just after 8 a.m. and was followed by this police poster. Our news team headed to his home to speak to the family. After about half an hour of waiting and no response, we were about to leave when I noticed a boy on a blue bicycle coming toward us. The boy, who was wearing wet, dark-colored clothing, said good morning to me. After realizing he looked a lot like the missing boy, I asked him his name and he responded, Kayvon. I quickly phoned police, and officers from the Criminal Investigations Department arrived within a matter of minutes. We followed them as they took Bellany to a business on East Street, where a woman rushed outside to meet them. From there, they were taken to the Criminal Investigation Department, where they met other family members. We waited for several hours hoping to get to speak with the family. However, they were not ready to speak. As Bellany returns home, officers are back at the Criminal Investigations Department, continuing to piece together as to what led to Bellany's disappearance. Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Thanks so much for that report, Josh, and of course we will continue to follow that story. A man who had sex with a schoolgirl who he met on Instagram has pleaded guilty. Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson will sentence 26-year-old Quincy Edgecombe for his crime on September 18th. On August 14, 2022, Edgecombe, then 22, picked up the 13-year-old girl. He took her to a friend's home in Elizabeth Estates and they had sex. But the girl could not give consent as she's under 16. Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Fred Mitchell not letting up in the ongoing public spat between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Mitchell now accusing the GBPA of trying to sway the public opinion in the matter and reiterating the government is owed over $350 million. Berthany McDermott reports.
PLP Chairman and Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell again pointing the finger at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, accusing them of trying to brainwash the public's opinion of the Davis administration. His comments come as he was questioned on criticisms from the GBPA over the government's public statements on the ongoing issue between both sides.
They're trying to map out a path to create public pressure on the government and to persuade citizens to turn against the government on this issue. That's what's happening here.
Back in March, the government demanded the GBPA pay $357 million it says it owes under Section 1 of the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. The GBPA quickly responded saying they didn't owe the government $1 and said they would robustly defend against it. The matter is now in arbitration. However, the situation between the two sides worsened when the Grand Bahama Power Company filed for a 6.3% rate increase. The government maintains ERCA is the only regulator of electricity in the Bahamas. This matter is now before the Supreme Court. Last week, GBPA Executive Director Rupert Hayward appeared on the Record with host Jerome Sawyer. He said the public spat is impacting investor confidence in Grand Bahama and called it a distraction. He said while they are open to discussion, it's difficult to do so with an aggressive party. Well, Mitchell wasted no time hitting back.
It's rubbish. This is a spoiled brat who's speaking rubbish in public, trying, as I said, to manipulate public opinion and trying to get into a political battle that he doesn't know anything about, and he ought to stay out of it. I remind you again, these families were fighting like cats and dogs in the streets for 10 years, couldn't decide who owned what.
Mitchell said while other islands have seen GDP growth, the same could not be said for Grand Bahama, which he said is prompting many to ask if the GBPA has been performing.
There's a provision. You are said to owe funds pursuant to that provision, and there's a process. So don't tell us about what's unhelpful.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
Amid public outrage over the decision of commercial banks to raise fees, Prime Minister Philip Davis is set to meet with them in the coming days to find a middle ground on the issue. That's according to Acting Press Secretary Keishla Adderley. Starting September 1st, CIBC Bahamas will charge a monthly maintenance fee of $3.85 on personal banking accounts, up from $2.75 and $19.80 on corporate banking accounts. CIBC Bahamas recently said the bank's decision to raise monthly banking fees cannot be avoided, noting the cost of living of doing business as well has increased. Adderley says the goal is to try to neutralize any conflicts.
The Prime Minister plans in the coming days or the coming weeks, sometime very soon, to sit down with both sides, sit down with regulators to get a sense of where things stand and to try to come to a happy medium. As you know, the Central Bank of the Bahamas is the main regulator of commercial banks in the Bahamas. Of course, the government has overall oversight
Well, have you read your most recent BPL electricity bill and noticed no decline in your monthly statements? Consumers can expect to see a gradual decline in their electricity bills in the coming months. That's according to Energy Minister Jobette Colby-Davis.
We are going to have gradual declines throughout the coming months because we're trying to work in bringing on cleaner fuel, cheaper fuel, more efficient generators, and so it'll be a gradual decline that we hope to see. But sometimes it happens in the timeline you'd wish, and sometimes it don't.
Her comments came on the sidelines of her tour of C.H. Reeves Junior High School, where solar panels are being installed. For those who may have trouble reading statements, officials at the energy company are working on teaching consumers how to properly read their energy usage and consumption.
And if you're able to look at the bill, you would see some bars that are on the left side, I believe, of the bill. And those bars show your usage and your consumption for 12 months intervals at a time. Many of them, when they were presenting me with their bills, I directed them to look at the bars because it would show that usually in the months when it's cooler, your usage would be much lower, and so you would generally see a lower bill. And in the months when it's much hotter, because we're burning a lot more air conditioning, it works a little bit harder because it is hotter, so it takes a lot of time for it to cool down.
Well, warm weather conditions in the capital on this Thursday. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody, for a quick check on conditions around the islands. It is 85 degrees outside our studios right now, few clouds, and it is warm. Southeast winds, a little bit of a breeze, 13 miles per hour, but it still feels like a very warm 96 degrees on the outside. Satellite radar composite, we still have that boundary to the north of us. Actually, it drifted back towards the north. So only Grand Bahama, Abaco, and the Bimini area, gotten some showers and thunderstorms. Most of the remainder of the islands under the influence of a ridge of high pressure, but we have a tropical wave that's coming just to the south of us. Upper level low spinning will interact with that wave, and we could see some showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for the southeast and portions of the central Bahamas tonight through tomorrow. That's a quick check on conditions around the island. Stick with us, look at your extended forecast that's still to come.
Still to come on our news, Western Air launches its Freeport to Fort Lauderdale route. Our news team caught all of the excitement at Western Air's terminal this morning. Plus, Carnival Corporation looking to partner with the Grand Bahama community. We'll tell you all about it when our news continues.
As we mark this landmark achievement, I am reminded of the journey that brought us here. A journey characterized by vision, collaboration, perseverance, and not to be forgotten, some sleepless nights. We saw the potential for a sustainable future that could empower our local communities and set a benchmark in the global shift towards renewable energy. The Fairfield site stands as a beacon of potential that highlights what is achievable when we come together for a common cause. The energy produced here will not only power homes and businesses, but it will also power economic growth and provide a cleaner, more sustainable environment for future generations. Here's to a brighter, cleaner, and more sustainable future for all. Thank you.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into Our Voices, Echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st.
Western Air made its inaugural flight from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale, Florida today. It's a move that's been in the works for some time now. CEO of the airline, Shirexia Rexirol, confirms passengers will enjoy the benefits that are offered domestically, like no change or cancellation fees and one free check bag up to 40 pounds, which the CEO says separates Western Air from other airlines. The first 50 passengers enjoyed a complimentary breakfast this morning, as well as merchandise, including hats and tote bags. Roll says their passengers come first, and they are excited to get started with the new route.
This is something we've been waiting to do for a long time. It's definitely been a highly requested route, and so we're just eager to get started. It's a number of regulatory concerns that came up, and we wanted to ensure that everything was in place, that we were in compliance, and that we also prepared our team sufficiently and staff sufficiently to do this. And so, of course, we also invested in a lot of additional security equipment to meet the compliance of TSA and civil aviation. So those are just some of the things we had to make sure was in place before we got this route started.
These passengers on the inaugural flight share what they are looking forward to.
Give you more choices that you can be able to choose. And we know Western Air has always been a reliable service, and the customer service is always one of the best, one of the top notch.
Western Air has been proven to be quite dependable, over the years. And now they are the Freeport, Fort Lauderdale flight. We're going to see how that goes.
Western Air is the only airline I normally travel, especially when I travel domestic. So now, how they travel international, I definitely want to take the opportunity, which I know I can enjoy myself, because I always enjoy myself going to Nassau.
All right, great news for the island of Grand Bahama. Well, Carnival Corporation moving full steam ahead with its project in East Grand Bahama. The mega company is now looking for business owners to partner with them as they move closer to completing Celebration Key. This as supply readiness workshops are underway at the Grand Lucayan Resort until November 14th. Vice President of Strategic Sourcing at Carnival Corporation, Javante Anabuele, says Celebration Key will be open next year, but it can't be the best it can be without the Bahamian people, Grand Bahamian people.
We would love nothing more if the local supply base, the local community can help supply us and bring us all of the beauty that is on Grand Bahama Island to Celebration Key. So we need suppliers who could very well have other arrangements, other agreements, and we are looking for those suppliers to come specifically from here. We could get suppliers from other places, but again, we want to be engaged specifically with the local Grand Bahamian community as much as possible.
In order to do that, he says there are procedures that has to be followed. The vice president confirms over 300 people have registered so far, and adds the workshops will explain to prospective partners how to engage Carnival Corporation in the right way.
The point is that you got to bring your A game and put your best foot forward, and these workshops will be useful because we'll be explaining how that's done. We're looking for transportation. We're looking for still housing as well. We're looking currently operating right now is landscaping. We've had discussions about that, and that's been open. In the future, we'll be looking to continue to look at the rest of our marketplace, how that will look. So there's a portion of space that will be available for retailers, let me say that broadly. And, the list can go on.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Coming up in sports, His Excellency Buddy Hield gives back to the Grand Bahama community, and youth soccer travels to international competition.
Plus warm weather on this Thursday evening in the capital. Greg is back with your weather details when our news continues. Stay with us.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into Our Voices, Echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement. That arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024.
Our sports presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. Buddy Hield is of course a pillar in the Grand Bahama community, and his annual giveaway continues to be one of the most anticipated events of the summer. The event began with 2 days of camp at the 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium and concluded with a family fun day and giveaway at Pinedale Park. Hield's team includes a cross-section of local and international coaches which have joined him on his basketball journey.
That's it. I always had the best time coming back to 8 Mile Rock. Like I said, I've been here several times now, and to me, like walking the streets, like this is family to me. So anything that I can ever do, like this is like God's given me a gift, and I'm just trying to give it back.
The Bahamas Football Association is fielding a pair of under-13 teams for international competition. The teams comprising of 18 boys and 17 girls will travel to Naples, Florida on August 23rd for the Naples Elite Cup. Tonight we take a look at the girls team that has been preparing for this moment for the past few months. The Naples Elite Cup gives the opportunity for the athletes to showcase their skills, compete against top-tier teams, and gain invaluable experience in a competitive environment.
Play together, we achieve our goals, and most off the field. I hope that we have fun.
The team goals are to work together on the field and trying to get more goals and pass more.
The quarter milers took center stage at the World Masters Athletics Championships in Gothenburg, Sweden. Tim Munnings advanced to the semifinals in the men's 55-59 division. He cruised to a dominant win in Heat 1 in a time of 56.78 seconds. Munning heads into semifinal 3 with the 4th fastest time in the field. In the men's 65-69 division, Michael Armbruster is also through to the semifinal. He finished 3rd in Heat 4 in a season's best time of 1 minute 2.44 seconds. Armbruster was also 11th in the long jump at 4.51 meters. In the women's 35-39, Miriam Byfield advanced to the semifinals where she finished 6th in a season's best time of 1 minute 0.77 seconds. In the 100, Byfield finished 7th in a season's best 12.70 seconds, and in the 200, she finished 12th in 26.70 seconds. Natasha Brown scratched all attempts in the women's 55-59 long jump. The meet features over 8,000 competitors from 111 countries and concludes August 25th.
In his first season of professional baseball, Bohan Adderley received his first postseason award. The New York Mets prospect was named the organization's Defensive Player of the Year in the Dominican Summer League. At 6'3", 185 pounds, the versatile Adderley saw time at both shortstop and center field.
That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. You had about a week being the best Masters athlete until Tim Munnings.
It was a good run.
Pretty good run. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, a Bahamian author shares the purpose behind his book that seeks to help people cope with loss of loved ones. We have his full comments straight ahead. Plus, Greg is back with your extended weather when our news returns. Stay with us.
Season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into our voices, echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area.
Welcome back. We are still tracking some showers and thunderstorms associated with a boundary that's just to the north of the Bahamas. That's all associated with an upper level trough that dipped across the southeast United States, creating quite a bit of instability across central and south Florida, as well as the extreme northern islands. So Grand Bahama, Abaco, and the Bimini area, we've got some showers and isolated thunderstorms today. That boundary will stay to the north. We expect some more showers in the forecast throughout the extreme northern islands. But there's a tropical wave and an upper level low that's going to be spinning just to the south of the Bahamas. That's going to continue to track towards the west. That will lend support to some showers and thunderstorms across the southeast Bahamas. Some of that will be spreading into the central Bahamas and possibly even into the northwest Bahamas by the end of the week. The tropics, quiet. We are in the peak of the hurricane season and the water is very warm out there. But we do have quite a bit of Saharan dust that's going to prohibit any development of any systems coming off of Africa over the next couple of days. Future forecast showing the moisture associated with that boundary to the north of us. That's going to stay in place. Isolated showers and thunderstorms mainly across the extreme northern islands. But as a tropical wave moves into our area by Friday into Saturday, we expect some showers and thunderstorms to be moving into our area as well. So we could see 1 or 2 hit and miss showers for the weekend. Boating forecast. Caution flag for the Atlantic waters in the northwest Bahamas. Winds will be southeast to south, 10 to 15 knot, seas 2 to 3 feet, but up to 5 feet in easterly swells. High tide is at 10:48 tonight. The low tide takes place at 5:06 in the morning for the central and southeast Bahamas. Caution flag for everybody down there. Winds a little stronger, east to southeast, 15 to 20 knots. Seas running 4 to 7 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, we'll keep the showers in the forecast as that upper level low and that tropical wave moves into the general vicinity. So showers on Friday, showers on Saturday, tapering off on Sunday and into Monday with some lingering moisture around, but temperatures will stay near the 90-degree mark during that time frame. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, everybody.
All right, lots of rain. Thanks so much, Greg. Well, coming up is a story of dealing with death while learning to accept and love himself. Leroy Burrows putting his experience to paper in his latest book, Left Alone on Life's Journey, Coping with the Loss of Loved Ones. It's filled, he says, with valuable lessons from his late wife, who died from breast cancer 6 years ago, as well as advice for those having trouble navigating life after losing a loved one.
In this book, I offer a lot of tips on dating and relationships. And also in this book, my wife of 20 years, I offer some nuggets. There's like 20 golden nuggets that I share that I've learned from my marriage, whereby other persons can also benefit from their marriage. A lot of persons are not happy with themselves. We're looking for other persons to make them happy, whereas you gotta be complete within yourself. You have to be happy with who you are and who God made you. Then you could find somebody to complement you. So you shouldn't seek to find happiness in someone else. You should seek to find true happiness within who you are as a person who God has made you to be.
Now you can find Leroy's book on Amazon, the digital version and paperback. He says they will also be available in local stores soon. Burrows says he wants to inspire other men to share their story and seek help.
It can help with men expressing how they feel, and I mean, whether you put it into writing or whether you put it into audio or however you put it into, I think it's good for men to express their feelings and what they're going through, especially single men. Normally, women will be the one. A lot of times, females are left alone. But you know, when men are left alone, it's a different ball game. So as a single person and as a man, I think it's very good for us to be able to express ourselves.
All right, great advice to men. And of course, to see that story again, it's available now at ournews.bs. And with that, we thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.